If you guys are looking for any cheap and reliable coins, check out MMOPO.com. Use the code PINGU at checkout to get 8% off. You guys, welcome to Season 2, Episode number 3 of the Derby Current Live. And to start off this episode, we're currently 20th in the table. Obviously, in the last episode, didn't get off to the best of starts with a 5-0 loss against Burnley, who have actually played 2 games now, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and they're currently top of the table. So, you know, the first game may have just been a blip, and we just got absolutely trounced. Welcome to the Premier League. But I've made a few changes just to mix things up and to get us the best possible start that we can in this season. So I've put together this pretty much our best possible lineup in terms of overall. I'm going to try Fernandinho in the bird role with Jason Knight, just so that he's got the legs next to him. Put I back on the right, Vasquez at cam, Cabral up front, and Fosu Mensah comes into the defence for Matt Clark. So we'll try that for the Southampton game. At the minute, we can't really do any transfers due to our current budget of 16,000 a week wages. But one thing I will try, whether it'll work or not, we'll have to wait and see. I would like to get Jayden Bogle on a loan to buy, because we can always do that at the end of the season. But unfortunately, they're not looking for that. So we could go through a few of these and have a look and see who would be interested in a loan. But yeah, Ruben Vinagre here looks really, really good, but would cost us about 20 million for a left back. But obviously he is very good indeed. So yeah, until we do get any bids for any players, we're kind of stuck with the current squad that we do have. Obviously it is very big, so anyone that does happen to leave will obviously help thin out the squad, and financially will be a little bit better. But I could do with getting rid of... The thing is, there's not many actual usable players here. There's probably Byrne, Roden, Cabango maybe, Rooney, and Adamida, and then a couple of others that are good backup to have, but there's nothing really that great of quality. The reason I have taken Rooney out is just because, you know, just trying to keep everyone nice and healthy in terms of fitness is quite a big factor. So yeah, let's go into the game against Southampton. Obviously with Cabral up front, hopefully we can do a bit better. So here's the Southampton team for today's game. They are playing a 4-4-2, Danny Ings and Mayeta from the Bundesliga, I think that is. And then Armstrong and Redmond on the wings with Lamina and Ward-Prowse in the middle. Then back three of Walker-Peters, Callum Chambers, Salisu and Mittelstad? Stadert, maybe? I don't know. And Alex McCarthy in goal. Obviously Burnley played the 4-4-2, so it'll be interesting to see how we do, of course. And yeah, as long as we're not beaten 5-0, then I guess we're making an improvement. On to Vasquez here. Now inside to Jason Knight. Can't turn the man, but Fernandinho wins the ball. Now with Cabral with the shot and saved by the keeper. He looks the kind of player that I wanted. I want a big bulky striker for this season, and obviously he's got that qualities. Ball into the middle, straight on Cabral's head and into the back of the net, and that is exactly what we signed him for, to win headers, and that's what I want in a striker. So first goal for the club on his debut in 16 minutes. Really, really good start. I do like the in-swingers on corners. I seem to be quite good at corners this year compared to previous, like the last couple of years. I've not really known how to do anything with them, but at the minute, just doing in-swingers into that back post area seems to work quite well. And yeah, he gets his first goal, hopefully, of many. Chance here for Redmond on the counter-attack, slips it inside, now over the top with the header, but a great save by Ramsdale. It kind of shows how good creativity-wise the AI are. And yeah, if that diving header did went in, it would have been quite annoying, but a good save from Ramsdale. Chance here in the box and into the back of the net. Really unlucky, 2 corners so far with 2 goals. And I'm not too sure, it's Callum Chambers, the new signing from Arsenal. But as you can see, Cabral defensively didn't win the header, and then Chambers had the chance to volley it into the back of the net and to level things up within 5 minutes, I think. Good tackle there from Cabral. Can I get it back to him with Fernandinho? Yes, I can. Now with the shot. Saved by the keeper. Really, really good save. Deep down there, but Fernandinho is going to pick up a booking. Corner into that same area. Christian Bielik with another goal from a corner. It's 3 goals so far from 3 corners. And yeah, we do get back in front there with the big Polish centre-back. And yeah, there's one thing I could always look at is maybe moving Bielik to midfield. Just to be a little bit more defensive, I guess. But I think at the minute we're perfectly fine for midfielders and defenders. Like we have got a lot of defenders, but I think if we can get 1 or 2 out on loan, then we should be okay. You don't get quite as much space in the Premier League, which is understandable. But like when you get the ball, especially last season, I could quite easily run into space. But now all the gaps get closed quite quickly. Chance to slip into Cabral here with the shot, blocked, but Ives there with the rebound. But another great save from McCarthy. If it wasn't for him, it probably would be like 4-1 to us. Chance here for Southampton in the box. Danny Ings is there and does make it 2-2. And yeah, like defending against Premier League teams is super difficult. But one thing I'm kind of hoping for is when we play bigger teams, we actually do better. Because last season, that's what I found. When you're playing teams like in the bottom half, really difficult. But teams in the like top 6, quite easy. Chance here for Cabral if you can turn the defender, and with the shot, but saved by the keeper. Rebound again saved, and yeah, McCarthy has been quite good this game. Chance here for Cabral through the middle. Really good ball from Kamil Jozwiak. Can he get the second goal of his debut? Yes, he can, and we have made it 3-2 there with about 9 minutes to go. Really big goal for the big man, and he's exactly what I wanted. Like in terms of a striker, he ticks all the boxes, and maybe we paid slightly more than we should have, but he's 23, and yeah, as long as we stay in the Premier League, then mission accomplished. There we go, full time in our first Premier League win of the season. It is a 3-2 win, much better performance against Southampton, and definitely what we needed after losing 5-0 at home against Burnley. But again, like McCarthy saved a number of shots and probably could have easily won the game, maybe 5-2. Loan offer from Burnley, which is quite interesting for Capaldo, sorry. And I think we'll just accept that. I'm not too bothered about the wages, although I could have a quick check and see. We might as well have a look. But yeah, I'm liking that it's just a loan. Apparently, if you delegate the loan, someone said in the comments, it will basically mean it's just a loan if you delegate just to have a loan. Ideally, I want to be getting Burnley to play the majority of the wages, but they're going for 50-50. If we can get it to 60-40, then that'd be great. Yeah, there we go. So we have loaned him out for the season. Obviously, as I said, these free agents that we did bring in, they're good squad depth to have, and if we ever do need to recall him, we can always do that. Lazio here with a loan offer for Louis Sibley, but I think he's one particular player that I think Bird, Knight and Sibley are the 3 that are just never going to get sold in this career mode no matter what, because of their really good potentials. There's no real need to do it. But yeah, with that win, we do move out of the relegation zone, and we have actually got a bid here for David Marshall from Inter Miami. I think he's in his is he in his final year of his contract? We may as well try and see if we can get the extra 20,000. Obviously, it literally might come down to that amount of money. On whether we can make another signing between now and the end of the transfer window. Obviously, he is a good goalkeeper, but obviously he's going to decline, and they have accepted that. So it'll be interesting to see if he does go to the MLS or not. But as I said, we do have Foster as well as a backup goalkeeper, so I think we're perfectly fine to get rid of David Marshall. He is on quite a bit of wages as well. So yeah, we'll probably go for Foster in the Cup and Ramsdale in the league. Speaking of the Cup, we do actually have Norwich away in the Carabao Cup, which is quite a tough team actually, because it is a Premier League team. I would have liked a Championship team for the first round, just to make things slightly more easy and just so I can test some things out. But yeah, I'm kind of happy with the run that we've got. Like, other than the Spurs and maybe the Wolves game, it's quite an easy run up until pretty much the end of November. So yeah, we've got a really nice run here to collect some points, and if we can get off to a good start, then that'll be great. Transfer offer from XL Mouscron in the Belgian league, I think that is, for Idem, again, I think I'm just going to accept this because he's only worth up to 240 and they've offered 230, so there's no need to waste the time in getting that extra 10,000. Ben Foster does want to play the next game. The problem is if I don't play him in the next game, then he's going to get annoyed. But I want to play him in the cup game, so yeah, let's go into the game against Spurs. Obviously, we did play Spurs last season in the Carabao Cup and we got absolutely trounced against them. They have signed Josh King up front from Bournemouth. Yeah, I might look to play a few. Do we have any ex-Spurs players? Joswiak has grown to a 80 rated player now, which is absolutely fantastic to see. There we go. So he is an out-and-out left winger, and he's starting to get really, really good now. Like, that pace is ridiculous on him, and if he can get that shooting and passing up, that'd be great. Here's our first away Premier League game of the season against Spurs. I might have just got a bit invisible there with that green overlay. So yeah, let's have a look at the Spurs team for today's game. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. Hugo Lloris in goal, Reguilon and Tanganga at fullback, then Eric Dyer and Joel Matip from Liverpool, Moussa Sissoko and Harry Winks in the middle, then Lucas Moura, Dele Alli and Bergwijn on the left, and then Josh King up front. So no Harry Kane. I think Kane may have gone to, I want to say Man City on this save, but I might be wrong. But it's still a very good Spurs team. So yeah, let's see if we can maybe nick a point here. I went for the same team as the previous game, and as you can see, now it's gone to a 75, but already he's declining. He's gone down to an 81, unfortunately, Fernandinho, but he has got a +5 because of his morale, sharpness and fitness. So technically he's like an 86, which is very good indeed. Chance here for Joswiak, if I can slip him in. Can he get the shot off with his weaker foot? Yes, he can, but it is unfortunately wide of the post. All over the top here for Lucas Moura. He's in the box with the shot and into the back of the net. And that's why you've got to be on your A game defensively against these top teams. Obviously no Gareth Bale, who I don't think would even be at Spurs on this save because of the database, but yeah, not the best of defending there from Max Lowe, and giving Lucas Moura the first goal of the game. Chance here for Dele Alli, nice one too. I didn't even see that pass into the back post, and Steven Bergwijn does make it 2-0 there. Ridiculous pass from, I thought Dele was going to shoot here, so I was like, I'll just go across here with Bielik, but yeah, they've just managed to find that pass out of nowhere. Maybe Yedlin could have done a bit better against his former club, of course, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not too disheartened when I'm losing against Spurs, Man United, and the top teams like that. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see how we do settle in this league and whether we do need to make some more signings. But then again, can we make any signings until we sell anyone? As you can see, we've had a lot of possession, but literally cannot get any chances against Spurs. John's right with the ball here. Chance to get an attack going here. It's just about slipped through for Sibley. Has been fouled, but Joswiak with a nice touch. Good save from Lloris, and yeah, that's kind of been the game so far. Obviously, every time we do get a chance, Lloris is there to save it. I'll look to bring the ball forward here into Cabral. Hopefully Joswiak can get on the end of this and touch it around Tanganga, and he can. Can we get the finish to make it 2-1? It's a great save from Lloris. Like, that might have been going top right. Was that going in? I think it might have gone in, but it did kind of look like it was projecting a bit too high. But let's get the in-swinger on this and hopefully find the back of the net with the goal. Chance here for Son, just off the bench, nice and fresh. Kind of shows you how crazy this Spurs team is, and they've barely even played Son. Chance here for Joswiak, if we can make it 2-1. Great save from Lloris again, like, unbelievable. There we go, full time against Spurs. We have lost 2-0, which is a respectable scoreline at the end of the day if you compare it to the Burnley game where we got absolutely destroyed. Hugo Lloris with a number of saves. Like, I think he made a good 3 or 4 saves that could very easily be in goals if the goalkeeper wasn't as good as Lloris. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to deal with in the Premier League, like 85 plus rated goalkeepers. So there we go, we have loaned out Capaldo, and Ajax are actually looking to get Joe Rodon. So as I said, we do have a number of centre backs, and since we're only playing with 2 now, we do need to look to basically make it more. Oh, sugar, what have I done there? There we go, item has been sold. David Marshall unfortunately isn't going to Inter Miami, but we do have a loan offer here for Joe Rodon from Lazio. Now, I think we'll negotiate this to a 1 year, because if we can get him out for a year, that'd be great. Keep him nice and happy, of course. It's a little bit tricky because we've brought in Fosu Mensah. You know, trying to keep everyone nice and happy. Like, he's not going to get that much football at the club. So we may as well look to loan him out, save a bit of money, and maybe sign something else that we need. So we'll try and go for 60-40. Let's stick him for 50-50. Can we go 45-55? And like, it's 5%, and the game's like, oof, can't do it. Maybe I should have gone for the 50% on that, but as I said, the problem is with, I think loaning out players is a little bit more efficient this year. Like in the past, it literally doesn't grow them at all, but this year I think it does. But Simula does want to play the next game, which I might have to do just to tick off some objectives in terms of the youth development. As you can see, we do need to play 10 games with 2 youth players this season. So I guess we can just lob him on the bench and hopefully he can get a few minutes. But yeah, we've basically ticked off the shirt sales one. That's pretty good to see. In terms of domestic success, there's no Carabao Cup objective, so it doesn't really matter if we do get knocked out or not. But it would be nice to continue a run in this competition. But just gonna have a quick check and see if we can bring some players on a loan to buy, basically, because that's what I can only really do with the current money that I do have. Unfortunately, I'm not looking to loan out Bogle. Just trying to think of who else I might need, but can potentially get. See, Bertrand might be the option for left back just for this season, but he's not phenomenal. Like, he's got good tackling, but other than that, it's a bit of an interesting one. His defensive awareness isn't great at 72 as well. See, I think in terms of the overall squad at the minute, we've kind of got a foothold in the last couple of games. Like, we got the 3 points against Southampton, and obviously that 2-0 loss against Wolves is pretty realistic. So yeah, we just need to look to move on players, because we just got far too many just sat here doing very little indeed. So if we can look to move some players on. Good to see Shinny still growing in stats, even though he isn't playing too much. But obviously I could always what I've been doing basically is, because of Max Lowe's stamina only 71, I've been subbing him off towards the end of games just to keep that stamina up, of course. As you can see, Jason Knight with 87 stamina, absolute workhorse. And yeah, I like Cabral in that Southampton game. Was a little bit isolated in the Spurs game, but it's kind of understandable. Plus the rain, playing rain on ultimate difficulty is like one level higher. Like, if you're in the clear, it's a much easier game. But I do still want to play with Liam Delap, so that's what we'll probably do in the next episode to kick off with the Norwich game. We'll probably play quite a weak team, since there isn't basically enough time to rest the team, the first team anyway, for that Wolves game. So obviously I'm going to want to pick up points in the Premier League, as it is a home game. So yeah, we'll play a weaker team against Norwich, and then we'll wrap up the transfer window. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this third episode of Season 2. Obviously it's a little bit of a difficult situation just because of the finances. Obviously we've spent all of our money. If I quickly head over to our current season transfers, as you can see, Cabral about 25 million, if you include Jack Marriott, of course, big target man striker, which is what I wanted. Ramsdale in goal, really good goalkeeper and can grow very, very high, so that's another great one. Max Lowe again, pretty cheap at 7 mil, and should grow up to at least an 80. And yeah, we've obviously got Fernandinho and Vazquez on a free, which are nice squad players to have. And maybe I need to have a quick look through the free agents again, because we probably do have enough for one player. If I do adjust the budget, as you can see, we've got just under 30 grand. So maybe there's someone out there that we could potentially look for that I haven't noticed yet, or maybe a loan. That's the only real thing I can do, because I don't think we are going to really generate too much money from selling players. Most of the offers we're getting are loans, which maybe I could have done with loaning out Rodon on that I basically just wanted an extra 5%, and Lazio was like, no, we only wanted to pay 50%. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Make sure you do leave a like rating if you did enjoy it, and see you soon. Bye.